Do you want to live up to your potential? I'm sure you want to. All of us want to. However, before I proceed further, click on the link below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, press the bell icon. Let's stay connected. Living up to potential. Why do I talk a lot about living up to our potential? One prime reason of that is I have noticed, and how did I notice that? I noticed first within myself and then I started observing others. What I've noticed is many of us are living below potential, and one thing that happens because of that is we feel very dissatisfied, sometimes frustrated. There's lack of fulfillment because of that. That's why I want to encourage everyone that I come across. Are you living up to your potential? And that's where the conversation starts. Now, what is it that you can do to start living up to your potential? First and the foremost is you need to avoid the common opinion, or you can put it in this way, that you need to avoid herd mentality. What others are doing, it's not necessary that you also need to do that. I came across this quotation from one of the finest speakers, Earl Nightingale. He said that opposite of courage is not cowardice. Opposite of courage is conformity. When we start conforming to others, that's when we lose our courage. So avoid herd mentality. Ask yourself, what do you need to do? What you are good at? What's the path that you want to travel on? That's one first and the foremost thing that you need to do. Second thing that will be required of you will be that to live up to potential, you will need to stretch. You will need to stretch if you really want to succeed. And what does it mean? It can mean anything. It can mean remaining awake till late in the night sometimes, getting up early sometimes, and working long hours sometimes, whatever it can be. But if you want to live up to potential, you may have to go through that situation. Second thing. Third important thing is again very significant. What do you want to stretch with? That is an action. You need to be very disciplined in taking an action. Only then your potential will show up. How can potential come out without an action, right? So you need to be very disciplined in terms of taking an action towards what? We can once again use the term towards a goal. So take an action, be disciplined in taking an action towards reaching a goal. This is the third important step. Fourth important, very important is you need to have very strong self-belief. Simple word, you need to have a lot of confidence in yourself. You need to believe in yourself that you can achieve much more or you deserve much more than what you are currently experiencing. So very strong self-belief, and what I always say is it can always be developed, right? Whatever self-belief you have today, it can be raised through constant efforts. So bring your self-belief to a higher level so that you can expose yourself to challenges in a much more confident way. Then another important thing that will happen is as you continue to travel this journey, you will have setbacks. You are likely to have setbacks. I'm not saying you must have setbacks. I'm saying you can have setbacks. You are likely to have setbacks. So what do you do then? What you need to do at that time is demonstrate that capability of resilience, of bouncing back, of handling everything from the emotional context. Because what happens is whenever there is a setback, emotions go down, bringing your energy down, and you can't afford to remain in that state for long. So you need to resolve that, bounce back, and start moving again. And the last point that I'm mentioning is you will need to go through discomfort, a phase of discomfort to live up to your potential. Now, why do I say that? If everyone would live up to their potential, everyone would go through that discomfort. But I want to encourage you to look around. Are people ready to go through the discomfort? Huge population is not ready for that. They want to live in their comfort zone, and that's what your advantage is. If you are ready to go through the discomfort, I'm sure your potential is what will start shining out. It's just like diamond being chiseled again and again, and in this case, you are the person chiseling that diamond. I really wish that you start living up to your potential.